Alright, here's today's little project. Lower control arms on a Beetle, 2005 I believe. So first thing to do, is get the wheel off. I hate these kind of things. What's wrong with studs and proper nuts? Let's get that out of the way. And again, I put the wheel underneath the vehicle, so should jacks collapse, something slips, it lands on the wheel. Right, now, actually let me see, what have we got to do? We got to juice up some things here. I've seen a lot of people undo this nut and also undo all of the bolts on the ball joint. In fact, let me get the camera and show you what some of these people do. Give me a second. As you can see, the ball joint nut won't come all the way up and off because of the CV axle. However, what I'm hoping is once I've loosened it enough, it will allow me to push the ball joint down. Now I will be disconnecting the tie rod end here. A lot of people undo these bolts as well, which I'm not going to do because that's bloody pointless. Got to take off the sway bar link here. Then obviously the, oops, hang on a second, the nut here. And as you can see, that bush is completely shot, which is why we're getting into this and replacing these. So I'm going to get some my favourite thing here, and if I can find it, it'll be even better. There it is, Mr. PB Blaster. I'll give that a good old dose, and we'll give it in here too. And now we'll do the ball joint. That chance to soak in, and also then over here, oh, I like the way this foams. Oh, and there's also, of course, the one here now. Not easy to get to, some of these. Yeah, it may make a mess, but it's going to be worth it. Ah, so that's a captive one. That's good. All right, let's just shoot some stuff in here. Oops, in here just to help it. Don't need to adjust that, don't need to do that, don't need to do that. Okay, so let's let that soak for a while. Oops, sorry guys, you're probably getting a really strange picture there. Hopefully it wasn't up my nose. So this is now what we are going to do. Let me go through it one more time. We're going to disconnect the tie rod end here by undoing that bolt. We're going to obviously undo that bolt over there. We're also going to undo this bolt up here, and we're going to undo this bolt here. See, there you go. I haven't I'll get some of that in there as well. Whoa, Jesus. Okay, and obviously we'll be undoing that ball joint one there. Now my plan, and I don't know if it'll work, will be to crack that nut and undo it as far as I can and make sure it's really loose. That's my hope, that it's going to be really loose, and then I can knock the ball joint out and just undo the rest with my fingers. If that doesn't work, we will then have to come here, undo this nut, push the shaft in a little bit just to give me that extra bit of room. And as I go through and do it, I will try and remember to tell you what size nuts they each is. So let me just let that soak for a little bit longer, and then we'll come back. Okay, now what we need to do is take this off. This is a, I believe it's a it's a 16 millimeter. That comes out nice and easy. And we just swing it up and out of the way. Next we need to undo the tie rod end. Okay, tie rod end is a 19 millimeter. Okay, great. That's loose. There is my 19 socket. That's a 17. So let's see. There's my 19. Okay. Let's come on. There we go. All right. That's that out. Now we do need to free it up, and usually that's done by giving this a few sharp raps with an hammer. Worst case scenario, I'll put the nut back on like this and give it a whack up and see. In fact, I might do that anyway. Let's see if this works. Gonna have to move you, camera. That's the general idea. Okay, so with a few taps of the hammer, this popped out. I'd already loosened the nut here, and that is an 18mm. And in all my tapping and banging, it seems that the ball joint has dropped down. So I should, in theory, be able to get this nut the rest of the way off, because it is pretty darn loose. It's just a matter of getting to it. Not always the easiest of things to do. There we go. But you got to make sure it's really loose before you let that ball joint come down, because other than that you're going to struggle to get it out. Okay, now that has now come off nicely. In theory is I should just be able to pull that down. There you go, I can pull that down now. Let me just twist this a bit. There's a cutout in the shield there, so the ball joint can come out. All right, now let me get the other two bolts out. Give me a second, I'll show you those. I just need to turn the camera. So now I'm going to get this one out, and then that one over there. I'm not sure what size they are yet. Let me find out and come back. Okay, this is kind of a long distance shot, having to set the camera up on the floor there. This is an 18mm. Hopefully that'll come out without me having to take the oil pan off. Oh, don't laugh, don't laugh. You never know, do you? Why is that? Must be a captive nut, surely. Oh, there she comes, walking down the street. Would you believe it? It's hitting the fucking oil pan. How bloody stupid. I can't get that bolt out because it's hitting this pan, the transmission pan. Don't tell me I've got to lift the fucking engine to get that bolt out. You can't be serious. Maybe when I've got the other end of the control arm out. Let's see. Oh, good God. And then when we come out, time for the breaker bar. Oh my God. So, it's a breaker bar and a 4-foot piece of pipe. I tell you boys, that's tough. That's fucking tough. Come on. Ooh. Okay. Oh my God. Well, guess what? There's a nut on top. You fucking assholes. Car designers. Hate them all. Hate them all. And you may wonder why I'm struggling like this is because I don't want to let go of this wrench that I'm just holding with my fingertips. I'd really rather have a ratchet in my hand. I can't get it down far enough. Good. Right. I want to get this on there. Idiot decided to put a nut and a bolt there. That's ridiculous, that should be captive. Okay. Now, of course, there's the bigger trick as to whether the control arm is removable. Bearing in mind this bolt is jammed up against it. way to get that bolt out without taking that pan off or lifting the engine. Really? How fucking stupid. How fucking stupid is that? Really? You can't be serious about this. There's just no way. Oh God, you are fucking morons. You really are. So what I've got to do is either raise the engine by an inch or so, or take that pan off. Just to get that one bolt out. Even with this end out, I can't. The angle can. Oh, maybe I can. Wow, this is. Okay, right, we have a look at this. I need to do a bit of bending here. Well, you can see how I got it out. I have bent this a little bit in doing so, but once I get it back in, it'll be fine. What a stupid, 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 stupid German fucking design. You morons. Alright guys, I'll be back. I've got to wash my hands before I can touch the camera. Good God. Well, there you can see this is slightly bent now, and the bolt at that angle allowed me to get that out. But what a fucking stupid design. Good God. Car designers, pay attention. Doesn't matter about me, Mr. Joe Mechanic, but you send this to your dealers, your fellow workers in the shop, and they have to deal with this kind of crap because you can't think. Designers, you're fucking morons. I'm sorry those of you that don't like my fucking swearing, but this is fucking annoying. Deep breaths. Big breasts. Oh, I like big breasts. I like all sorts of breasts. Calm down, calm down. Right, I'm ready to finish off this video now. As all the books say, you know, reassembly is the reversal of the take down procedure, take apart procedure, however you want to word it. I now will start to clean this up and then put it all back together. The only thing that might differ from when taking it apart is you might need to support the control arm underneath the ball joint and push the taper up into the bottom of the stub there, or the housing, so that you can turn the nut. And don't forget, you just put the ball joint in loosely first of all and get the nut started. But that doesn't happen until after you've got the control arm into its two main mounting areas on the subframe. And then just put everything back together. I do apologise for my language earlier, but as you can tell, I was somewhat frustrated. And I prefer to use fuck in the nicest ways, not in the angry way which it was then. So that's the driver's side, or the left side of a Beetle. The right side will be a lot easier. There's not so many things in the way, and it should be relatively simple. I mean, you could probably get this done, even taking your time, an hour each side. It's taken me more than that because I'm filming it, and when you're filming it does take time because you have to move things, cameras, lights, etc. And I'm no professional, as you can tell. So please do like, comment, subscribe, and as I always say, you know what's coming. Now get out in that garage and do some shit. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it and you haven't been too upset by my language. Bye.